Imagine if we could protect animals around the world by understanding their behavior and needs better and make our planet more sustainable by learning from nature itself. Well, we can do it with tech. Hi, I'm the host, and you're watching this channel. From smart collars that track wildlife movement to AI-powered drones that monitor hard-to-reach places, technology is transforming how we understand and protect animals and the environment they live in. In today's video, we'll be taking a look at how tech for wildlife is going to revolutionize animal conservation in 2025. We'll explore some of the amazing innovations that are being developed and the impact they are having on protecting endangered species and preserving biodiversity. So get ready to learn about the incredible ways that technology is helping us save wildlife and protect our planet. One of the biggest challenges in conserving endangered species is simply knowing where to start. There are so many different species in need of help and so many threats to their survival that it can be difficult to prioritize conservation efforts. But thanks to recent advances in data collection and analysis, we now have a much better understanding of the factors that put species at risk and the best ways to protect them. For example, we can now use satellite imagery to track deforestation and habitat loss in real time. This allows us to identify areas that are at risk of losing their biodiversity and focus our conservation efforts where they are most needed. Additionally, we can use genetic data to understand the population size and connectivity of different species, which helps us determine the best strategies for protecting and breeding them. Finally, we can leverage the power of citizen science to gather data on species distribution and abundance. By engaging the public in data collection, we can greatly expand the amount of information we have available to make informed conservation decisions. This wealth of data and analysis is helping us to develop more targeted and effective conservation plans, ultimately increasing the chances of saving endangered species before it's too late. The next challenge we're going to talk about is illegal wildlife trade. This is one of the most pressing issues facing animal conservation today. The illegal trade in wildlife for products such as ivory and rhino horn is a major driver of species extinction. It is estimated that every year over 500 elephants are poached in Africa for their tusks, and this has led to a decline of 60% in elephant populations over the past decade. To tackle this problem, there are several technological solutions that are being implemented. One of the most promising is the use of DNA barcoding. This involves identifying and cataloging each species of animal using its unique DNA sequence. This can help law enforcement officials to quickly and accurately identify illegally traded wildlife products and shut down trafficking networks. Another technology being used to combat the illegal wildlife trade is remote sensing. This involves using satellites and drones to monitor and track the movement of wildlife and humans in protected areas. This can help rangers and anti-poaching patrols to identify areas where illegal activity is taking place and respond quickly to stop it. Despite these technological advancements, the illegal wildlife trade remains a serious threat to animal conservation. There is still a lot of work to be done to protect endangered species and prevent them from extinction. Another issue that threatens wildlife is the impact of climate change. As the climate changes, habitats are shifting and becoming less hospitable to many species. This can lead to a decline in biodiversity, as well as an increase in the frequency and severity of extreme weather events, which can devastate animal populations. But there are several technologies that are being developed to mitigate the impact of climate change on wildlife. One of the most exciting is the use of gene editing tools like CRISPR to help species adapt to changing conditions. By modifying genes that control traits such as body size and metabolism, researchers hope to create animals that are more resilient to the effects of climate change. Another promising technology is the use of artificial intelligence, or AI, to predict how species will be affected by climate change. AI algorithms can analyze vast amounts of data to identify patterns and make predictions about the future. This can help conservationists to prioritize species and habitats that are most at risk and develop targeted conservation plans. Despite these innovations, the impact of climate change on wildlife remains a significant challenge. It will take a concerted effort and a combination of technologies to protect animal populations from the effects of a changing climate. Now let's talk about the tech that's helping us overcome these challenges. First, we have smart collars. These are GPS-enabled devices that are attached to animals to track their movement and behavior. They can collect data on a variety of factors, such as location, speed, and direction of movement, as well as physiological data such as heart rate and activity levels. This information can then be used to study animal behavior, migration patterns, and habitat use, which can help conservationists to develop more effective conservation plans. For example, by tracking the movement of a tiger, researchers can identify critical areas of habitat that are important for the tiger's survival, such as hunting grounds or mating areas. This information can then be used to protect these areas and ensure that the tigers have the space they need to survive. Next, we have unmanned aerial vehicles, or UAVs, which are commonly known as drones. Drones can be equipped with cameras and sensors to monitor wildlife and their habitats from a bird's eye view. They can be used to survey large areas of land or hard-to-reach areas such as cliffs or dense forests, which can help researchers collect data that would otherwise be difficult to obtain. For example, drones can be used to monitor the nesting sites of endangered birds such as bald eagles to ensure that the nests are not disturbed and that the chicks are developing properly. Another technology that's being used is acoustic monitoring. This involves using recorders to listen to the sounds made by animals in their natural habitat. Acoustic monitoring can be used to detect the presence of elusive or nocturnal animals that are difficult to study using other methods. For example, by recording the calls of frogs, researchers can estimate the population size and diversity of frogs in a particular area, which can help conservationists to identify areas that are important for frog habitat and to develop plans to protect those areas. In addition to these technologies, there are also a number of other tools that are being used to study wildlife, such as camera traps, which are remotely triggered cameras that can capture images of animals as they pass by, and environmental DNA, or eDNA analysis, which involves analyzing the DNA left behind in the environment by animals such as fish and amphibians. By using a combination of these technologies, researchers are able to collect a wealth of data on animal behavior, population size, and habitat use, which can help conservationists to develop more effective conservation plans and protect endangered species. As technology continues to advance, we can expect even more innovative tools to be developed for studying wildlife. Some of the possibilities include the use of artificial intelligence, or AI, to analyze large data sets and identify patterns in animal behavior, the development of miniaturized sensors that can be attached to small animals, such as insects or birds, to collect detailed physiological data, and the use of virtual reality, or VR, to create immersive simulations of animal habitats to study the factors that affect animal behavior. These technologies promise to revolutionize the field of wildlife conservation and help us to protect the planet's biodiversity for generations to come. Wildlife conservation is crucial for maintaining the health and balance of our planet's ecosystems. Protecting endangered species and their habitats is essential not only for the animals themselves, but also for the countless benefits that humans derive from healthy ecosystems, such as clean air and water, pollination, and climate regulation. By embracing innovation and investing in technology for wildlife conservation, we can play a vital role in protecting the planet's biodiversity and ensuring a sustainable future for all. So what can you do to help protect wildlife? One way to make a difference is to support organizations that are working to conserve endangered species and protect their habitats. There are many nonprofits that rely on donations from individuals like you to fund their conservation efforts. You can also reduce your own impact on the environment by making changes to your lifestyle, such as reducing your carbon footprint, conserving water, and being mindful of the products you purchase. By making these changes, you can help reduce the demand for products that contribute to habitat destruction and species extinction. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.